Good morning, members. Miss Kennedy here. So this morning I wanted to do some brain games to kind of get our brain thinking and interacting and processing. So today we're going to be doing colors, shapes, and probability and percentage. So trust me, I am not the best at math. I am not a very technical thinker. I'm a very creative and abstract thinker. But it's still really important to learn the basic foundation of math so that way we can use it in our everyday lives, because we do use percentages, probabilities, shapes, and colors very often. So you'll see here on my table, I have some different shapes and colors. Hopefully I can get rid of this glare. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna mix these all up to start. And these actually came from a board game Miss Kennedy loves to play called Quirkle. So maybe one day we can interactively play that because it's a great, great game. Anyways, first of all, this first little activity is going to be for younger ages. So we're just gonna be sorting out shapes and colors. Really, it could be for any age, but you know, shapes and colors are important. So first of all, I want us to pick out the yellow pieces and put them in a group. So think about it in your mind. What pieces are yellow here? So we know this piece is yellow, this piece is yellow, and they look exactly the same. This piece is yellow, and I think that's all the yellows, and those are all grouped up. And then even though this looks a little red in the video, it looks a little orange in the video, it's actually red. So let's put the reds together. And those are gonna be right here. Awesome. Let's put the blues together. So we have a blue, and a blue. Awesome. Then it looks like we have one purple, which is a little hard to see. It kind of looks a lot like the blue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get another color out of here. We're just gonna do another green, because that looks very similar to the blue, even though it is purple. And the camera makes it a little hard to see. So we have green. So we have 4 different colors here. We have the red, the blue, the yellow, and the green. So everyone sees that here. One more time, we have red, blue, yellow, and green. Awesome. Now we're gonna organize these by shape. So we're gonna mix them back up. Now I want you to think about these different shapes. So what shapes do you see here? I see a lot of different shapes. So let's just identify one of the shapes. So I see a circle. Right here, circle. A yellow circle to be exact. Do we see any other circles? I don't think we do. Okay, so we have one yellow circle. And then what about a square? So it looks like we have a square here. And it looks like we only have one red square, which looks a little orange on the video. All right, so I don't think there's any other squares. There's something that's similar to a square, but is not a square, which is a diamond. So we can see the difference between a square and a diamond here. So we have a square and then a diamond. So the square is gonna go over here in its own group, and then we're gonna have a diamond down here. And then do we see any other diamonds? We do. We see this diamond, a red diamond. And then there's also a blue diamond. Awesome. So now we have 3 different groups so far. We have one square, one circle, and 1, 2, 3 diamonds. Now we need to organize this set over here because it seems to me like we have 2 different shapes here. So we have an X, and we have a club or a clover, we call it. Like a 4-leaf clover. If you're playing cards, maybe a club. So we're just gonna separate those into 2 different groups. So our X's here, and our clovers here. So now we have 1, 2, 3 X's, 1, 2 clovers, 1 square, 1 circle, 1, 2, 3 diamonds. So just take a second to look at that and become familiar with the different shapes. So again, we have a blue diamond, a green diamond, a red diamond, even though it looks a little orange in the video. We have a blue X and 2 yellow X's. We have 1 green clover, 1 blue clover. We have 1 square that is red, but again, it looks a little orange in the video. And then 1 yellow circle. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to move these beside each other. And now we're going to get more into a little bit of complex kind of mathematics here. Not super complex, but you know, maybe for a little higher age level. So what I did is I just put all of these together. And now I want to talk about probability. So let's count how many pieces we have here. Took a drink, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 pieces. So when we're trying to figure out the probability of drawing one of these pieces, so if Miss Kennedy has a hat, and we'll do this in a second, and I was to put all the pieces in this hat and draw out a piece, what are the chances I'm going to get an X? Well, we have 1, 2, 3 X's out of all 10 pieces. So that would be 3 over 10 if we were to write it out. And that would equal 30%. So there's a 30% chance that I will draw an X. And then the clover, and you can write this down too. And you can just put 3 over 10 or 30%. And then we have the clover, and we have 1, 2 clovers. So that would be 2 over 10 or 20%. So there's a 20% chance that we'll draw a clover, or what we call a club. And then we have 1, 2, 3 diamonds out of 10. So again, just like the X's, there's a 30% chance we'll draw a diamond. And then square, we only have 1 square, so that'd be 1 over 10. And that would be a 10% chance that we draw a square. So pretty low for the square, which makes sense because there's less squares. And then the same thing for the circle. There's only a 10% chance to draw a circle because there's only 1 circle. Makes sense, right? Just take a second to think about that. And then Miss Kennedy is going to put all of these in her hat, and we're just going to draw one out to see what we get, just for fun. So, how am I going to do this while holding the camera? Let's try to, all right, shake it up. All right, so remember those probabilities and those chances. So if we're going by probability, we're most likely going to draw an X or a diamond because there was more of those. And we're least likely to draw the circle or a square because there was less of those. But let's just see anyways. So I got my hat, I'm gonna draw, and we drew a square. Crazy. So even though we were more likely and probable to draw an X or a diamond because there was more, we ended up drawing the square anyways, even though there's only a 10% chance. So just do that one more time. Shake it up really good. All right, what do you think we're gonna draw? Okay, so there we go. We got an X that time. So now you can kind of see how probability and mathematics work in that sense of what we'll draw. So I hope this was beneficial for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to just ask or comment on the video. And I hope everyone has a really great day. Bye.